Hello, welcome back. Last time I finished up all but one of the really hard puzzles, so I'm left with just the final one, TIM2 Contest Champion. This might be a short video. I have a couple of bonus things I might be able to do afterward if this goes too quickly, but this also might just take me all video. We'll see. Okay, so congratulations to Richard and William Smith for creating this first prize puzzle in the TIM2 puzzle contest. Check out their work and see if you can help Mel get home. Okay. Mel walks, activates a mouse, steps on a conveyor belt, and falls down a pit. If he didn't fall down the pit, he would get eaten by an alligator. Unless, perhaps, I were to make him jump over using this. Let's see what that does. That goes the wrong way. Okay. Will that actually fling him, or... yes, go away. Or what? If I make this a small gear, that'll go even faster. Okay, he just does that. Of course he does. Alright, can I just bridge over the alligator? Since I do have one of these. I don't know if that's the best way to use it, but it's a start. Which makes the conveyor belt unnecessary, so I could use that, that gear for other stuff. He gets flung up in the air and doesn't know what to do. Alright, so problem with activating this in order to just... Okay, so sure, I could do... Since that conveyor belt's unnecessary... Well, I mean, this might work. And I'm using a crazy gear ratio here because I'm doubling it. Well, I don't know if it doubles to do that, but whatever. I just want to see what this does. And which way it goes. Also, that mouse... Okay, it goes the wrong way, and the mouse is probably going to stop running by the time he gets there. It sure does. Okay, so clearly not that. Right. I have a baseball. That could keep this mouse going. Right, so I can easily bridge over the alligator. That's not a problem. I just need to get him here. If he walks there, he'll probably make it. So if I have this going... Okay, so I could do this, which would probably get in his way, but let's just see what it does. Right, still have to bridge over. I should have left that part there. I am definitely noticing a very appreciable stylistic difference between this and the other puzzles I played earlier. I can tell a different author was responsible for this. Oh wow, that worked! Baseball's in the way, but it worked otherwise. Okay. There are ways I could get rid of that baseball. For example, let's see. I'll bet I could vacuum it up. Now will that flip the switch again, though? Well, I mean, that kind of works. It's awkward, but it kind of works. It keeps it from going anyplace. Whoa, and the vacuum actually affects him, too. Fascinating. I saw him getting pulled up by that. Right, okay, so, if this were active... Why do I have cheese? What am I going to do with cheese? Well, I could put the cheese on here, have him walk over it. Oops. He can walk on cheese, I think. A useful skill. Let's see what I don't like that. Let's see what this does. Which direction's that going to go? So the directions for the mouse are unintuitive. This thing, even though it seems like it would basically act like a gear on the mouse wheel, this rotates in the same direction as the mouse wheel for some reason. So it goes this way, it goes that way. Okay, that's going the correct direction. Do I need anything else to be set up here, or is this enough? Partially depends whether he makes it over this gap. He might. Oh no, it's fine. Boing, boing. Okay, so there's an issue. Or not. Yeah, okay, that's no good. Well, I could funnel him in there. Make sure he doesn't fall off the edge. Okay, so this still needs to be activated somehow. That's just plugged in as it is. Okay, so fan... Is that fan? No, right, because this needs rotational energy. This mouse is idle. Yeah, this will be... well, no. No, that's not good enough. Well, I can tap into this rotation here. Well, can I? Yeah, I can place a gear there. Alright, so this is going... Wrong way. Need another gear, somewhere. I would say I have plenty of room, because I usually do in these puzzles, but like, this is actually kind of cramped. Okay, let's see what that does. I have another conveyor belt to work with if I want to put it like here to make sure he really gets flung over that way. This one was unnecessary. Now it makes 2 cycles through here, although this with the addition of this gear that might change that. No. Now you need to... okay, there we go. Okay, this is encouraging. This is encouraging. However, that's a problem. Can't even hear him say anything because it's so loud here. I can think of a way I could fix that. A simple fix would be something like that. He needs to land on it and then be able to walk past. And I'll see what that does. You know, a much better object for that. Well, I mean, that might be the right object. I'm pretty sure with this on, he won't get eaten by the alligator and we'll just pretty much make it to his house, right? So he does this twice. Turns around for some reason there. I'm not sure I understand what's going on there. He should hopefully... yeah! Good job, Mel. Good job, Mel. Good job, Mel. You made it home, I think. Yes, you sure did. Okay. And that's the final puzzle done. Quadruple congratulations. You've solved every single puzzle in the whole game. Thanks for playing The Incredible Machine 3, and I'll see you around the old workshop. Okay. Neat. What else could I have done? Many, many more gears. Use the pinwheel for... okay, so yes, cheese on top of this mouse. That's what he does. I guess Mel just walks across that without any assistance needed. Baseball works. Oh, the baseball becomes part of the platform. And this gets him across the alligator. Okay, well, I could have used those tools. Those are still available, but unnecessary. So many extra tools. I would not have enjoyed figuring this out if I absolutely had to do it. Okay, so he does... this part is exactly the same as what I did, surprisingly. Alright. See, there's just so much rotational energy available here. Since you have so many gears and rubber bands, you can get as much as you need pretty much off of this one mouse, so you wouldn't even need the rest of the rotating things. Okay, well, cool. So now what? I had some puzzles from Kieran Miller, a Droid architect who I know from CaravelNet chat. I tried to load them into this game and they just wouldn't work. Ah, you can see ResEdit back here. I had to change their file type to get the game to recognize them, but even opening them like that... here, I'll show you. Custom puzzles. I only changed the file type of 1 because it was a pain, but it just looks like that, unfortunately. Now... there is... let's see, how can I do this? Okay, so it took me back to tutorial 1. Homemade puzzles, yes. No puzzles in the current directory. And load? Oh, hey. Wait, save? I don't want to save, I want to load. Advanced? What are you talking about? So I have this. It's called Meg. I don't know where it came from. I don't know why I have it. I don't know if it came with the game or if it was something unique to the installation that I kept from somewhere. I don't know anyone named Meg, so it's not that. It seems like I can only open it here. This might be already showing me the full solution, so... or maybe this is not even... it doesn't have a listed goal. Okay, maybe this is not a puzzle, maybe this is just somebody was playing around with the editor or something. So again, I have no idea what this is. I couldn't quickly figure out how to open it in the main game, so I guess there's that. Let me try. Oh, it took me here. Okay, I see. So it wrapped around when I reached the end of the really hard puzzles. But what it normally does is goes past the last puzzle I solved, so now it's just advancing through slowly or something like that. Here's the tutorial puzzles. Head-to-head puzzles. Can I just do these without the extra stuff? Okay. So this is another whole set of puzzles. No, not tutorial. Head-to-head. There's a bunch of them. There are really a lot of them, more than it has been in any other group. Okay, so I could go through these. Is it worth it? Let's do a few of them and see how it feels, I guess. So these are meant to be played two-player for some reason. Put the basketball into the box on the right. Oh, so it's like antagonistic? Like you want to place objects but mess up your opponent or something? Or I don't know, because like it seems like I could do this pretty trivially. Sure, like for example, I don't think the 8 balls matter much. I'll bet I could just do something simple like... Or maybe since this is the first puzzle, it's meant to be really simple. Okay, so that didn't work. That's the wrong angle. Right, it doesn't matter how long that is, it only matters the angle because it's only contacting it in one place. Alright, good enough. Gears and belts. I know how those work. This reminds me of a tutorial puzzle. Wasn't there one almost exactly like this? What if I were to skip ahead? These are the tutorial puzzles. Why am I here? It doesn't want to stay in this group. That's super weird. I wonder, it seems almost like I broke it by finishing the really hard puzzles, because... I don't know. So Super Ball is going to trigger that. I would just have to change the angle slightly or something. Weird, I've never had one of these objects before. That's how they work. Huh. If it were to just bounce a little bit... That was almost a good guess. Not quite. How's that sound? Okay, that worked. And that'll take me to the tutorial. Okay, so this is awkward. I don't think I'm going to go through all the head-to-head puzzles. Let's see what the final one is like. Last launch. Sure. Skip straight to the end. Oh. Really? Yeah, okay, no, these are not meant to be played in the format that I have here, because this is just like sandboxy stuff. Which is cool and all, but like, not really what I'm after right now. Alright, who's physicsy? I mean, like, you can see how trivial this is with this amount of tools and freedom. So curiously... Oh no, I have a bucket. Never mind. And even a pulley. So that's the final head-to-head puzzle. Okay then. Alright, so I think that exercise has kind of reached its conclusion. Alright, well cool. I guess I'll just make this a short video then. So, yeah, thoughts on this game. Thought number one. The music's pretty cool. I remember enjoying it more than I did when I was younger. I had just a few favorite tracks back then. I really like this one. Just something about it just speaks to me. Yeah, so, when I play old games like this that I remember having a lot of fun with way back in the day, a lot of what I'm doing is reevaluating to see if they hold up later. I don't know why I just want to look at a random one of these for some reason. And that changed the music, of course. So this one did not hold up quite as well as I expected it to be honest, because, like, it was cool. It was fun. I enjoyed going through it, but my memory of it was slightly better than the experience that I had playing it now. I really like the core game loop where you're presented with a situation. You have a few tools to place in a specific way, then you press a button and get everything to just run all at once and see if you've arranged it correctly to solve the thing. I would like to see... I would really enjoy other games like that perhaps were not so physics-based. I've spoken before about how I don't really like, just in general, the concept of semi-realistic physics used in puzzle games of this nature. And this one turns out to be no exception. It has all the same problems of every other physics-based puzzle game that I've played. It's kind of fiddly. You can break things very easily by just doing crazy bounces and things, and that sort of... It feels like somewhat degenerate gameplay, and it's what ends up happening most of the time, even when I'd rather it didn't. Perhaps I could have enjoyed this more if it had been more tightly designed, like if the solutions were slightly more constrained, but at the same time, just the grand mess of the thing is part of the fun. Just like do this crazy thing that shouldn't work but somehow just does. So that was definitely part of the enjoyment. But anyway, yeah, so I'm glad I replayed this. There is some sort of spiritual successor, I think by the same main developer, called Contraption Maker, I believe it is. It was released on Steam just like a few years ago or something. It might have been more recent than that, I'm not actually sure. I may play that at some point. I don't know. No promises. For now, I think I've had enough of physics-based puzzles for a little while. So I think I'll be doing... Whoa. That's just my emulator doing that. That's not the game. It gets a little bit confused about audio at times. You probably noticed that if you watched any Glider Pro. Anyway, so enough of this rambling. I hope you enjoyed watching me play this game, and I'll see you again for something else sometime.